Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex here with LJ, and we're going to bring you
everybody.
this week's fishing report.
Yep.
So I know things are starting to, pick up.
They are.
I mean, lots of
absolutely.
options out there.
Right.
Lots of options.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, holiday weekend here.
Yeah.
So I know we were just talking about that, and you were just mentioning patience, right?
Yeah, be courteous on the water. It's going to be. You're going to have people around. Just be nice. I mean, it's really important. We're all fishermen. We all want to have fun. We're right with our families, and we just want to go out and have a good time.
Exactly.
So, try not to be that guy. You know.
Right. So let's talk about what's been going on, I guess, north of the Bay Bridge, and I've been hearing a lot of things about people chunking and live lining, and also finding suspended fish, right? Like Hickory Point.
Yeah.
That's been one of like the hot spots, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I mean, they move around.
Yeah.
So there's not a spot. They
Right.
think pattern, think presentation, and color.
Right.
So it could be chartreuse today, it might be white tomorrow.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid to mix it up, right? Another thing is, I might also suggest that you may use that 5-ounce jig head, because that fall is that presentation you're going to be looking for.
Exactly.
And I do know green was good up there this week.
Yeah.
So chartreuse.
And like you said, you just engrave it into your brain. Small changes, right?
Yes.
Adjustments.
Put a skirt on there
Yeah.
if you need to. Put a skirt on there and slow that fall down a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, that's really what's important. If it ain't falling slow enough, you're using a BKD, then put on a Z-man Deizel MinnowZ.
Right.
Because it floats.
Slow it down.
Slow it down even more. And see what. So just tinkering around. You're going to do well above the bridge. I know you're going to do well above the bridge. Yeah, and don't be afraid to get away from the crowd. Them fish know 3 things. They know what boats are, they know what nets are, and they know what hooks are. And they don't like any 3 of them things. So if you see a bunch of boats somewhere, don't think that's the spot, because there's no spot. It's a pattern. It's a presentation, and it's a profile and color of your bait.
Exactly. Bay Bridge pilings always hold fish. Sewer pipe there north of the bridge has been pretty productive.
Great places to start.
If you're a structure-based kind of guy, obviously perfect area there.
100%.
Luff Point, right on the edge there by the LP buoy.
Right.
Great spots to kind of look around. Usually that's like the little kind of triangle you kind of want to go around and circle around and do all those things. And remember, if you're chunking out there, chumming, etc., even live lining now, that there's some spot, and we got live spot. Spot, throwing them around the pilings, always successful.
Sure.
And then obviously chunking, if you're gonna be doing that, make sure you have a tide movement.
Right.
And you just put enough weight to hold you on the bottom there.
For sure, yeah. And down my way for the striped bass, we're fishing shallow water, being stealthy.
Right.
But also this time of year, the pattern is, on the reefs. And we've got a lot of reefs out there. Go check them out. And they'll be hanging out there and just vertical jig on them. Another thing that you want to look for is in the open waters, those mayworms. I didn't see the bloom yet, so it might be this weekend. Right? And then this is the weekend that is traditional for those black drum. Black drum on Sharps Island Flats.
Yep.
And I know I'm gonna go out there this weekend, and I'm gonna see my buddies and doing them charters, and they're all be like, they're gonna be all around each other, and all of a sudden you'll see like 6 boats just like bumper to bumper, and they're on black drums. So that's what they're doing. Crabs, of course, soft shell crabs. Some guys anchor up and use clams for them. They just get it into a point somewhere on the flats, and they just anchor up and they just sit there and soak clams. So, that works out. Also, a few trout are trickling around. They're not in mass. I think those porpoise have been doing a good job of pushing the fish around. So, if you see the porpoise, just go somewhere else and come back that afternoon.
Give it a little break, right?
Let them rest, and believe me, the fish will turn back on. But they'll get it. The fish will get in them trees and rocks and stuff, and they'll just hide from them porpoise. And anything to do with them. Also, I do know, since we're talking south, right? If you get down to the Patuxent, the mouth of the Potomac, down towards the Maryland line with Virginia, they are catching puppies and a better grade of sea trout. It's much better fishing down there, so make sure you grab your ray minnow rod and start casting them paddle tails for those sea trout and the puppies. Everybody's throwing to the shoreline for those guys. So anything happening in that freshwater.
Good to change it up too, I mean, right now we're post-spawn for all your bass fishermen. Right now, everywhere from tidal ponds, reservoirs. So it usually kind of slows down a little bit. It seems like those fish are picking up now and starting to feed a little more after, their post-spawn ritual. and now with snakeheads, we're starting to see them paired up in a few fry balls.
Right?
Yeah, especially in those shallow water areas, like down towards Blackwater and all those marshy areas there. You'll start to see more and more fish paired up and spawned out already too. So cover water. Make sure you're looking around and don't spend too much time on one fry ball if those fish are not really committing to it. Just kind of keep moving around. Downsize your presentation too. If you're doing that, I might give you a couple more bites instead of throwing big old 4-inch baits. Sometimes it takes just a little stuff there. And you'll have some of those bass actually feed on those fry balls from the snakeheads. So you bycatch some actual pretty good sized largemouth with that. So
that's fun.
Yeah. So we got that going on, and of course, perch fishing.
Right.
That's one of the things everybody's looking forward to right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not seeing them in the numbers I've historically seen at the out of the beach. They seem to be maybe not moving out yet.
So kind of spread out, I guess.
Yeah, but we're not catching. But I would just recommend people 8 feet of water and less. Don't be afraid to get up to the boat docks and things like that. Piers and whatnot. They lay this structure. Another tactic that we kind of use, that I use this time of year, is I'll troll for them. So I'll put like those what are they, perch pounders?
Yeah, the little spinners.
Yeah, small rattle traps, and we'll just put 4 rods out. Just flip it out there. It doesn't matter. Those
nice
fish
and slow, right?
They'll be in my prop wash.
Yeah.
I mean, they come right close to the boat. They don't care. And then if you pass somewhere and all of a sudden like 2 or 3 or 4 of your rods go off, put them trolling things down. Go back over there and take those same rods and just start casting those same lures.
Yeah.
They drift through there. It's a whole lot of fun. I mean, that's kind of a tactic I use right now when they're spread out. But if you're not into that stuff, don't be afraid to bring some grass shrimp and some bloodworms or some fish bites and go out there and top bottom rig and start fishing for them, because that's very effective also.
Oh yeah, or even like the Chesapeake sabiki rigs.
Oh yeah.
Right, just kind of sit there, jig them around, or fish bites too.
I'll tip my sabikis with tiny piece of fish bite on there, and it really does turn them on a little bit better.
Like magic.
It is.
Other than that, we got ocean fishing right now. Kind of changing up to our early summer mode. We're starting to see a couple more of those post-spawn striped bass moving through Chesapeake in the surf there.
Yeah, even in Ocean City. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He called me up and he goes, "Hey man, how do I get some more of them jigs?" And I said, "Where are you catching?" He goes, "Yeah, I got a 38 right off the rocks." And I said, "What rocks, man? I don't fish up there." But he's telling me that they're catching a nice grade of fish. On Ocean City.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is you have those fish, I guess, moving up north. Chincoteague, Chesapeake, pretty good for your surf fishing. Some bluefish mixed in there, and also some black drum, which I believe that's kind of starting to slow down over there. And like you just mentioned, fishing inside the inlet and right at the back base, we're getting a good amount of bluefish. Nothing huge, but your snapper size bluefish. To some fish up to maybe 5-6 pounds. And like you mentioned, the rocks right there at the inlet.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be one of those things. Remember, tog fishing, I believe it's close now, but we still got other options. You can still catch and release them. And don't be surprised, you might get a couple sheepshead kind of coming in here in the next few weeks. And the flounder fishing obviously has been kind of hit or miss there, but typical.
Guys are catching flounder right now.
It's one of those things where even like using the GI jigs, right on the bottom there. Working them nice and slow. With a curly tail, or even the Deizel MinnowZ. I mean, that's one of my favorites there, like you mentioned. Putting some pro gear on there, and it works pretty well.
That stuff, man.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I guess crabbing's been kind of like starting to pick up here and there.
It's picking up.
Everybody's excited to get out there and put some traps out and whatnot. So
100%, man.
That's going to be only going to get better.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. What can I say? I can't wait. I know it's going to be crowded, but it's the holiday. Right?
It's like the unofficial start of the summer. So.
Yes, it is. 100%. Everybody looks forward to this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun out there.
So come by, check us out. We got pretty much everything you need in here for the holiday weekend, and we'll see you out there.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Have a good one.